William Nylander and Anthony Stolarz continue to shine as the power play gets back on track. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leafs writers Terry Koshan and Lance Hornby. No Austin Matthews, no problem for the Maple Leafs in their first game without their captain as they defeat the Boston Bruins. William Nylander with a goal and an assist, and Anthony Stolarz with an impressive 29 save shutout. Terry, when you look at these two players, I think most people would say they've been the best players on the team so far this season. But if you had to choose one right now, who is your team MVP?
I'd go with Anthony Stolarz. Look, Nylander's on pace for 59 goals, which would, crush his personal best of 40 done in these last 2 years. Really impressive what William's doing through the first 14 games. But for me, Stolarz is the guy because, in the end, you're going to need somebody in net to perform well for you in the playoffs. And if this is a hint of what he can provide, then great. We thought he could be this for the Leafs if push came to shove. As we've kind of talked about earlier, guys, on the show, we push came to shove a lot sooner than people thought. And this guy has come right in and been excellent. And, I don't know about you, Lance, but I'm watching this guy thinking, how has he not been a starter in the NHL before? I know he was asked earlier about that. He talked about some of the guys he's played behind, most recently Sergei Bobrovsky in Florida. But boy, he just the way he plays, he's tracking well. He did that really well last night. I mean, we see the way he's moving across the crease. All of that speaks to the confidence he plays with. And, for me, he's that guy right now. He's been their best player through 14 games.
Well, I can't help but agree. Look at all the problems they've had with goaltending. Finding somebody consistent, finding somebody at playoff time. Of course, we're a long way away from that right now. But he's a tall guy, and you had to envy guys like Vasilevsky, who were killing the Leafs year upon year, and the Tuukka Rask before that in the division, and now, of course, the Boston goalies. Now Toronto has a player at that position who can really make a contribution. And knock on wood, if he stays healthy, yeah, he's going to be the number one for the foreseeable future. Seems to be durable, reliable, and he's got this real quirk. Even last night, I asked him about why is he losing his stick all the time. He says, "Get used to it. That's the way I play it. I'm a big guy. I got to move the stick around. People try and get bodies in front of me. Like the Leafs did in front of Swayman last night. I'm going to lose the stick, but you know what? I'm comfortable without playing without a stick." So when's the last time you had a Leaf goalie express that kind of confidence? So I'll have to see. And of course, they would have, at worst, if Joseph Wall can come in every second, third game and play well, that's it bodes well for the future. And of course, they got Matt Murray and Hill to be on the farm.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a goalie make as many saves without a stick as Anthony Stolarz has made so far this season. Meanwhile, the Leafs scored 3 power play goals against Boston, which is quite incredible, Lance, considering they had just 4 all season going into the game. It's still early returns here since Craig Berube switched up the power play combos, and he's continued to switch them up due to the absence and injury for Austin Matthews. But are you seeing improvements? Is there light at the end of the tunnel for the Leafs PP?
Well, we were only a month into it. You knew the dam would break at some point, and they're just too good not to get more power play goals. I don't know if they're going to fight their way all the way back into the top 5 like they've been in recent years, but certainly they were much better than a 10% power play. And you saw last night they went the direct route, which Berube's been asking, and I think the big driver there has been Matthew Knies. Now you got a guy who goes he's got speed, he's got some creativity, but he goes to the front. He's not afraid to get hammered. I'm not saying Austin Matthews didn't, but Austin Matthews, Nylander, Marner, they're the cute factor, so to speak, that Craig Berube's been on about, and he hasn't liked the way they've danced around the perimeter, not got in where Nyes has gone, and he says he's learned that a lot from Tavares, who's also effective there. So it's only been a couple of games. We'll see. It's been an optimistic sign certainly in the last couple of games.
Well, yeah, they say all you need is one to get it going, and they get one in Minnesota and 3 last night, and suddenly now I think they've jumped 6 or 7 spots in the overall power play standings to, I think they're 26 now. So it's funny how it works, that the Nylander goal last night goes in off a leg, and the Leafs aren't getting that bounce through the first 13 games, not even close to it on the power play, and Lance, Matthew Knies, I mean, he provides the screen on the Riley goal right in front of the net. The deflection goal that he scores himself later in the game, of course, he's standing right in front of Swayman. So, it's one thing for Berube and Mark Savard, I suppose, to show them video of what they're supposed to be doing. It's another thing to show them video now saying, okay, look, it works. And I would imagine Leafs are off today. They're practicing Thursday, and they practice a lot on the power play. I don't know. We'll see how much they do on Thursday, but you just need a few to get into a groove, and encouraging that you do it without Austin Matthews. There's got to be a bit of confidence too for Morgan Riley, because what are we always talking about with Morgan Riley in the power play? He doesn't have the shot. Well, he didn't have the howitzer from the blue line last night, but he put it in the right spot. And when you have Nyes and his big body in front of the net, that's all you need. So good on them. They've been, drawing water from a stone, as we saw so often, saying a lot of the same things, and it finally breaks through. But, it's what have you done for me lately? So they got to keep this going against the Red Wings on Friday, then the Canadiens on Saturday.
I would just add quickly that the next project is to get that second unit going. There's some pretty good power play guys on there too.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess if you could you don't need them, right, Lance? I mean, that works too, right? I mean, if you score on that first one, great. But you got to, everything's that's the thing right now, this power play, right? It's such a blender right now. And, you 2D, sometimes one, and on the top we saw 5 forwards. But yeah, if you can confidence going in Patch Reddy or Domi or McMahon, somebody scoring on that second unit, all the better.
Yeah, and as Terry mentioned, with the Red Wings coming up on Friday, one of the worst penalty kills in the league. So maybe the Leafs can keep things rolling on the man advantage. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. For Terry Koshan and Lance Hornby, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.